Boom, 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 boom. How you doing, people? How you doing? How you doing? For the two viewers, stay in tune. Even if you have to put your phone to the side, just leave the audio playing. Some of it might hit you and catch you on the right note that you might want to tune in fully. All right. Basically, self-love and knowledge. We're going to go with self-love first. See, this is a long topic, and a lot of us go through it every day. I don't know how y'all manifesting on the regular, but as for self-love, key point in social media is even though you share posts, you put a lot of reposting into your timeline, you just keep your page active. It's not really you, but you keep your page active, right? And people reflect and they build the understanding on how you post. Most of the time they think that those posts are in something that a situation you're going through, because y'all like to reflect y'all feelings and, you know, basically go through whatever times you go through, you put it into how you post. Maybe they be real down or downful, or you talk to a friend and you swear you're sharing something off of their energy. That energy is actually manifesting through you. All right, you put people in a category with you where they're watching you because of how your posts look. If it looks sketchy and all they have to understand about you is those things you post, that energy is drawn to you chemically. Like, it literally lives with you and you don't even know it. You might want to say, no, those is just for funs and giggles. I just see posts and I just be like, wow, you know, that person's lame. But that at the end of the day, the viewers that you attract, they manifest those energies onto you. Within time, it starts to see through you. Like, when you actually go through something and they see you in person, it's like, yeah, them posts ain't about nobody else. Those is kind of actually reflecting you right about now. And you may think, oh, self-love, you're doing so much that people don't know and they don't see on social media. If you're really that reserved and you think your shit is that good and your life is going on a good path, then why entertain negative energy? Don't put that out there. Don't cast that energy onto people, because at the end of the day, your viewers are your circle of consciousness. That means that when you put up a post and you see the likes and, oh, I know she probably seen it, or it's crazy that this person actually liked my post, I didn't even think they messed with you, it's because you're still casting out an energy that's grasping to them. Sometimes they may be with you, sometimes they're not. It's not we can't be selective to how we say, oh, people are funny like that. Nobody's funny. The way you post is funny, but then again, they do manifest what they think you're going through or what type of person you are. Because if you entertain fuckery, you're a fuckery type person, period. If you're about woke understanding and, you know what I'm saying, I have a good relationship, I want my friends to feel those relationships. I shouldn't have them feeling the negative post I post. I want the less response from the negative and more response from the positive. So if I put out a post or I share a video that invokes violence or maybe relationship issues or how your man don't do that to you, you're actually manifesting that energy into a small way, entering back into your life, where you're not self-loving for everybody to see. You're more of relationship bashing. If yours is going good, you're supposed to put out good energy. If yours is private and you don't want anybody knowing how deep your happiness is, fine. You know, you can use social media differently. That's why you would never see me as a photographer advertising anything that doesn't involve attention, media, video, production. I don't just be sharing, oh, a person, you know, got beat up in the bathroom. Because at the end of the day, if a fight does break out wherever I'm at, that means I entertain that type of stuff. I'm going to stop and go see, oh, wow, she got hurt really bad, or he got really hurt really bad. And Yet again, you would say on another note to someone personally that that's not your type of energy, that's not the type of timing you on, but yet you encourage that through social media, right? So self-love is an understanding that when you manifest it, it's supposed to evolve and basically, as like euphoria, it's supposed to touch others, right? It's supposed to welcome people in. So when people meet me, they meet me off as an influence because they get deep in the words. And I had a young lady, she calls me, this is her words to me, she calls me Kelvin words, like, yo, every time I hear from you, you always give me something positive to move off of. If you can, you know what I mean, every morning, can you just send me a little riddle of understanding, or send me just a message to lead on for my days, like basically a mantra that I get to take on for my day. So that's my self-love. My self-love is actually anybody I speak to, and we actually get into more than 5 minutes of conversation, you get a little piece of me. So everybody knows that, oh, that's cool Cal, man. Yeah, he's a great spirit, man. You know, beyond quality of my work and all of that stuff, people have quality in how my attitude and how I speak, how I carry myself, right? I manifest that all the time. I don't get to catch everybody, right? I get to catch one person a week, or I get to catch more than 5 people. But on regularity, I get like about, I would say, 20 people a month now that seek influence from me now, right? People are actually influencing me now to say, yo, encouraging, yo, get a podcast, man. You need to do a podcast. People need to hear what you're saying, man. You know, it's not to put out there in the world that I'm woke, but I'm more of an understanding. I'm calculative. So if you ever hit me up about an issue or something, most people hit me about, yo, how to start a business. I was like, how do you know I start a business? I don't actually have a business. I'm a brand, but I'm not a business, as in I'm stationary somewhere where I can't grow or circulate myself. People get the terms differently, a brand and a business. I'm a businessman, but I don't have a business. I am a brand. As in, whenever I feel to change the name of that, I'm a whole nother name of a brand, right? When you have a business, it's set in stone. It's LLC to that name. That means that you're under that title, right? All right, so getting back to self-love. If you have somebody who's doing something to themselves, right? And you've said to somebody else, nah, man, I'm going to just leave them alone. I've had to talk to them more than one time. And if they keep going back into that slump, you know, I'm not going to chase them and, you know, try to do anything to help them anymore. If you see somebody doing something and you haven't encouraged them, encouragement is active doing. People think encouragement is talking to someone 100 times. It's not. It is real love, like where you have to take that problem into your hand. Like, I'm going to go on and study how to change that situation for that person and put that foot in motion, because most of us only get help to the finish line when we actually have someone carry us, right? It's the reality of life that we all need to be carried through a problematic time, right? Why not do it? You only have one friend that you can call your real friend, right? You can invoke the blessings that you have in yourself to enrich them, bring them through that struggle. It actually educates you and empowers you. It creates more, you know, of that energy that brings you this word called luck. But you have to manifest. Basically, you put that in the world, like, yo, I'm gonna be a million, I'm gonna be rich. Not, I'm gonna wait till it happens, I'm gonna wait till I catch the bag or another bag opportunity is gonna reach me. No, but like, you actually put that energy. If you don't pray for it and tell God every day that you want that, you're not manifesting that ability to want. You're pipe dreaming. You're living on fantasy right now, right? So with people, when you hear that they have a situation, you have to excuse that energy if it's too negative for you. You have to get them away from your energy. You have to love yourself first, right? That's knowledge and self-love. There we go to the topic. Knowledge and self-love, right? You have to move their energy completely away from you to protect yours. But me as myself, as an influencer, if I have the ability to save that person, because you have to save them, right? You can never help somebody. You have to save them. It's literally like, yo, I want to be as wealthy as you. I want to get on the track. I'm going to cut all of the 100 steps I went through and put you on the same level with me. But I'm going to give you a contract for your life, meaning that if you fuck that up, I'm going to cut you off and I'm going to deal with you like that because you're not worthy of my level of success. If somebody can put you on and you can take that and really stay behind that craft or whatever that idea is and make it strong and own it, like literally make your life about that, because somebody already gave you the stepping stones, make that your business. It's an energy. If they gave you that comfort, make sure you bless them back with the success, right? So, like what I'm saying, like if you help somebody, help them get all the way through, because at the end of the day, like P. Diddy said, since y'all like to follow social media stars and stuff like that and celebrity sources, the only way to the bag is with the team. And if you create a team that you've helped them, you literally put the crutches underneath them and help them walk through the rest of that way, you will be successful, because now you didn't put that different energy that's going to be motivated. You could only be motivated if somebody gave you the power of motivation, meaning they helped you step by step to reach there. Because at the end of the day, you're only empowering their brand, which is yourself. You're empowering your own brand, and you're bringing yourself up with knowledge and another powerful energy that could maybe in the long run become a foe to you. But at the end of the day, if you do it the right way and you carry them the whole way, people gonna respect you to the end. I have nobody, zero people that do not have faith in me to the end of a process. Last year alone, I got 4 businesses off the ground. I mean, I got 4 people independently working, not working a 9 to 5 anymore, doing their business, making money, paying their rent, living in that same means that, what I thought I could do within my craft, my talent, can actually pay me enough to live off of it, right? So I manifested the energy of belief. I gave them books, knowing they're not going to read them. Guess what I did? I sent them an audio book. I say, whenever you're ready, I'm going to go through a live video chat, and I just want to watch you read the words or understand the words and pick apart sentences in that you can relate to. I don't want you listening to anybody's words and following their leads. I just want you to listen to words that you can relate to, because there's power in understanding. If you understand something that somebody else is going through, it motivates something in your brain that gives you like an urge to be better than what they are. Like basically you gave, let me just no, I could do better than that. Like it gave you that boost, right? So loving people on interaction. If that person has an influence that they need, be that influence. Don't give them the advice. Don't show them the door. Walk with them through the door. At the end of the day, it empowers your brand. And the only way to the bag is with the team. You can only get better with more of you. If you influence heavy, meaning that you help someone completely reach their goal, you have now made up to 2 people in a journey towards forward. 2 like-minded now, becoming a more bigger whole, right? So now you have to take that chance and say, you know what? Let us engage in a project together, because at the end of the day, you're not my best friend. We didn't grow up from young. Because everybody can relate right here is that you can't trust your best friends. You can't trust your friends you grew up with. When you go into a business, you go into a business with like-minded individuals that are on the same strength as you, right? Those people end up being a part of your real team, your life team, because you're in the same lane. Like if you do hair and this person does nails, y'all mesh. You do hair and this person's in law, you sort of mesh, but in a very slim area, right? Now, if you're in this area and this person's into certain people spoiling them, you can't manifest their energy anymore, because now they're living under a spoiled lifestyle that it's going to come to an end, or it's going to evolve into another bad habit. Some people get lucky, and I'm telling you, like 1 out of 100 people get lucky that they end up with that whole bag chasing mentality, that they end up with that one dude that's just going to have it for a longer time and keep on having it. They just get lucky like that. Not all of us going to get that type of luck. So the point is to manifest energy with people you can relate. Me, I've chosen, as I grew up, I did this photography thing and video, public relations and all of that stuff, right? I've separated myself from my real friends. I still love them. And whenever they need motivation or something, if I know that for the years I know them that they're about bullshit and they don't never get an idea off the floor, cool. It's not for me to wrong them or tell them they're wrong. If I can't help them get out of their way, I can only stay in my lane. My manifesting lane is people who are into people to people interaction. That I deal with people every day. So if you have a business where you deal with people, I have to stay with you for the long run to make sure you understand that the interaction of people has nothing to do with emotions. I have to draw out all of the bad habits that you're used to, like people wanting to listen to you, people hearing you out and believing in your ideas, supporting you from when you was down at the beginning, all of those things that people get spoiled to. Me, I've been supported after I reached my 7 years into what I'm doing now, right? I got support after that. Before that, I was just that guy that all my friends know I carry the camera. I carry the camera to learn it because every day I pull it out, it's not to just take a picture of my peoples. I learned it. And if I didn't understand something that went wrong where I was at, I went home, I studied, and I created that path of knowing. Every time I learned something, I need to get the knowing of how it happened, right? Because basically when you go outside, you can see things happen, but you don't get the knowing until you study what happened and how it makes sense. All right, so going back to manifesting energy, right? What you can do is always, they said, I had a mentor tell me that if you don't write it down, it don't exist. You could have a good idea every day. Keep a voice, you got a voice note thing in your phone for a voice recording. You have a notepad. As you walk, you get an idea, even if it's 3 words long, write that shit down. It will manifest later after you go home and study. If you don't trace the idea, it will never reach a full line. You can't create steps and not want to finish the line. After you create the steps of that, you have to go home and learn how to get that full line. You create so many dots in life with things you know and you understand, right? It's up to you to go learn. Now you could actually trace that line. Now it's a full line. It's complete thought. You understand that full line of understanding, right? That makes sense? All right, cool. Let's just say it doesn't make sense. I don't see none of y'all commenting, but I'm just saying it makes sense, right? The lining of understanding is training yourself to be great. I created a quote called, success is a routine done properly over and over. Meaning that once you figured out one thing, like how Steve Harvey said one time, he said, figure out how to make $500. And after you made that $500, do that process again. And if it becomes successful, you make another $500. Make that process make you $5,000. After you made $5,000, you need to make $10,000. After $10,000, so forth. You keep climbing by tens. It's a process that done correctly over and over, you will reach success again and again. Because people write and do all these books and lectures on the roads to wealth, but that wealth only came through connections. They won't ever tell you that. They can tell you they did all the hustle. They can put all the hustle and all those words in the books, but they would never tell you that they had a line of success through other people. That's how you create the bag. A line of success created through people who are in your same energy along the way. Let's say if he wrote a book before I spoke to him, but I didn't put that in my book. I put that I did all of this other running around and loopholes in order to achieve my success. I left out the key was that I needed people. And the way I got people was manifesting with other people who were in the same lane as me. Some of it may come as slightly from other people who are not in your field, but it encouraged because they came with the same motivation. Basically, their energy was driven by a circle of people in that same path in order to achieve success. So what you do with your life is people you see struggling in front of you, if you do not help them, get them out your way. It's irrelevant and it's disgusting to yourself. It's a big blind disrespect to yourself to keep people around you that aren't fueling what you need to get done. They're not processing your greatness. If you're great and you're moving on and you're getting better at something, you can't carry nobody. You can only manifest with people along the way that are carrying your same energy. You could love your friend. I could know my friend for years. I know for sure he's not a get up out of bed 7 a.m. person. I'm not bothering him if his talent and his motivation doesn't meet that. If I don't have the time and the spirit inside me to take that person the full length, knowing that I already knew them through before high school, before junior high school, I knew their energy, I knew their greatness before they got older. That's the only way you take those chances. If you can take your chance on somebody new that you've just met within this year with a good conscience that they'll succeed because they believe in someone who's motivated of the future. People we known from the past aren't motivated because they known us from the start. They know all our flaws. They know why they don't trust us with their lives. They love us. They'll pop out to a party with us. They'll come to our birthday. They'll show up to a brawl for you. They'll fight for you. But an encouragement to success, they won't be there. They can't last the test of time. I'm going to tell you that because it's an energy. You knew them for so long. If you've never created that energy with them from the beginning, don't expect it. Only expect them to be the kind of friends that you know them to be. You can't fault them for being the friends that you know them to be because you grew up with them that way. Y'all grew up on a ledger of bad habits. That energy alone is only good enough to stay here. They can only be in your heart when it comes to loving moments, but when it comes to business and moving on a path to success, they can't ride with you. They cannot ride with you that test of time. It's not in them. It's not in them to ride with you that long. Just think about that. I want you to separate. Just go home and separate your actual friends. The people you love, yo, that's my chick. I come to her when I need to cry. And I come to this dude when I need just a getaway, just to get a drink. He gonna understand me. He's actually seen me in the most hurtest place in my life. That person is only good for that part of your heart. Now, the part of your brain that processes how people deal with you in life, when they take their chances, well, when they take that time out to put time aside for you and your business, you'll see the difference. It's not fake. It's you knew them from the jump. You know that they're only good for when you're hurt. It's not a bad thing. You're not going to push them out your life. You're just pushing them out your success path. Me, I left my friends alone for 2 years to learn photography. I went to work at a supermarket job where the first 3 months, all of those paychecks in those 3 months, I took and bought my first camera without any knowledge of the other equipment I would need. I quit that job and believed that I'm going to be great with just that one tool. And eventually it will teach me on what I need to get done in order for it to grow. Anything you follow in life and you stay behind that craft, if you want to sell insurance, if you want to sell cars, if you want to sell used sneakers, new sneakers, you want to sell refurbished items, you want to do anything that has to do with giving it to another branch of person that your friends will look at you sideways like, where's that from? If they have to question you, they're your real friends. People who don't question you and quality are people who see, oh, this thing is all over social media. It's the new hottest thing. I'm going to buy it because you're a vendor. They only understand you as a vendor. They're going to support your pockets. Your friends are going to depreciate your worth by asking you and criticizing you and not even buying anything from you. Once they see things pick up and the volume seems like, oh, it's good enough for me to jump on, I'm going to join you after it start going good. And then you go into this salty bad habit where, nah, nigga, you wasn't fucking with me from the beginning. This ain't for you. This is my lane right now. I'm doing this. I'm not sharing my lane with you because you wasn't you. I know you. I fucks with you, but I ain't fucking with you right now because you already been giving me cold, influence on what I've been doing for the past couple years. Now that it's going great, right? People are going to want to be involved with your energy, and it's important for you to separate. Yeah, it's okay to invite your mans you've been rocking with you for years, but they've been rocking with you in a different sort, even in a different part of your life. They haven't been rocking with you business-wise. So this is the reason why most people in business with their friends, it always fails, because they invited their friendship into business and they never established the rules that's going to go into keeping that friendship. Once you cross over, it's just like a girlfriend, boyfriend, or best friends to now in a relationship. You have to separate that from your business world. Now you have to invite them into your business lane where you have gained a ruthless love for, as in it's going so good and successful, you really didn't need the help, but adding on someone that you love to see that they're enjoying a piece of your success may fool your mind a little bit, like, yeah, man, they gonna be getting money with me, we gonna be getting money together, it ain't nothing for me to share that, I ain't seeing it as that. But watching, they start watching the numbers and they feel that their knowledge is a little bit greater than yours in a little way. You're gonna start being like, bro, I didn't ask you for your input. You're jumping onto a system that works already. All I need to do is to big me up, and I'm gonna big you up. Any way you feel that you need validation and all of those stuff, you're putting an emotional block in our business relationship now, because you're mixing your friendship with me from years within the business that's already been going off of a bunch of strangers. My business has been thriving off a lot of strangers. It's never been thriving through people that I know. So you could never involve your emotions and attachments to my growth. You could only be there to enjoy it for as long as it's gonna last. Now, for everybody that's watching, I'm going to end this video soon, right? If you care to, you can share it. And I'm saying the point of this is just to make sure that you're manifesting your good energy. As much times as I do get a little time myself to make sure you hear this type of stuff, I'm trying to work on it, because me right now, I'm still working on my speech and how I deliver, but I'm fully confident in talking to people. I get calls all the time from people who just know me for a little bit. Sorry, but not to bring this to your ears. I don't know why I felt, but I have this guy that I'm dealing with, but he does do this and that and that. I'm like, I don't even know where you got the comfort to ask me, but I like that people are finding it within themselves to call somebody like me. Like, literally call me through Facebook Messenger, and I don't even know you that well yet. Like, I don't even know what your middle name is. Sometimes I don't even know much about you. All I know is I know you from a party or whatever, so forth, right? But just know that you could be the same type of person that didn't go to your friend first, because all you know is that they're going to reject you with the real energy of being your friend. They're not going to manifest your energy and give you wisdom. There's a difference between them giving you response and cold and tough love as your friend, because they say your real friends will tell you about yourself, and your fake friends will just be there to pat you on the back and watch you, sink yourself into an even worse situation where you're emotionally drained. It's okay to not know yourself up to this point, because at the end of the day, we as humans change more than 5 times. We become 5 different people within the age of 9 years old all the way till maybe 30. After you 35, you don't know yourself. You're just a jolly, if my friends hit me up and I'm too beat to come outside, they're going to judge me, I got to come out the house. You need new friends. Because at the end of the day, they're not putting that same energy into making sure your job, or making sure you get promoted to the next level, so that you could be a big ass CEO and have the ability to be outside and not be tired because I got to do so much paperwork because I'm still in the building status of my life. Your building status of your life starts when you pay attention to it. If you don't start paying attention to that part of your life, you're going to be a 40-year-old person still wondering why you don't have a career. You can get fired, you can get laid off, you got to worry about pension, you got to worry about unemployment, small shit that you shouldn't even be grasping to. Me, as long as I've been on this earth, I've never been prideful of an unemployment check or waiting for my income tax return. I've always had money. I've been broke, but I've always had money, as in I had a rainy day fund that even if I had no money for myself to go out there and get some food, my rainy day fund was meant for that reason, for it to be for a rainy day, not for when my belly was hungry. I can literally go wipe some tables at a restaurant and they will feed me. That's not really a rainy day situation. There's access to food somehow. That doesn't require me to use my mind. I'll be like, okay, I go out, I could sweep somebody's barbershop floor, I can make a $5, I'm eating. Your rainy day fund is protected because you don't have to worry about pride. You know that whatever you can do will make you money, right? Whether it's doing a favor for your mom or watching your badass cousins, whatever. Your pride don't have nothing to do with how you eat. Some of y'all on this social media wear each other's clothes. Y'all can't man that shit up, own that shit up. Like, yo, it's a normal thing to have friends that have tasteful stuff and you want to borrow it and give it back. But don't boast as a celebrity presence online. Because now you're disrespecting your friend. You're disrespecting the means of how you get to humble yourself. The means of how you get to humble yourself. As if you can look fly, but just sit back, enjoy, do what you normally have to do. Don't sell that image that you have pockets. You don't have it. At the end of the day, somebody gonna test you. And most of that time, your real friends show their face. When you come out to dinner and you can't pay your bill and they make you feel it. Not a good feeling. You go outside and you ain't got $60 to $80 in your pocket for dinner, stay home. Love yourself. Let me get myself up to a level, or let my peoples that I'm going out with know that, yo, I can't entertain a high bill today. Hold me down today. I'm going to work back that off, and we're going to keep that line of respect. Because everybody's into influence and perception and how people see us, right? Clear that understanding at the front door. That's knowledge for you. Clear that understanding. Everybody in the world will respect you if you say to yourself that I can't afford that big that whole us going out and buying food and all that and drinks. Can you hold me down today? If you can't, that's cool. But just know that if we ever get into a situation, I got you in that same way, because we're not gonna watch no face, and money is not of a thing to cast each other away from each other, right? Build that energy. Don't go out to dinner and then have people style you because you put out a false pretense. You can't have Balenciagas on and ask the niggas, yo, spot me on a bottle or spot me on this and that. You didn't clear that understanding that, yo, I floss sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I can afford good things, but I budgeted my money wrong this week. Hold me down for this event. I'm going to come out. I just want to feel good. Not about styling or anything. I just want to feel in my comfort zone, because we of that grownness. Like, yo, I can come out and do what I've been doing, right? It's just so happened I didn't balance my budget this week, and my money wasn't as consistent as I thought it was supposed to be. But I'm going to correct that. If you come eye level like that with any individual, I guarantee you, they will hold you down for that night. May not be all 5 or how many people you do roll out with, but it'll be one. And that person, you have to make sure you manifest that energy of communication. That when we go out, I'm going to take care of the bill every time. Just because of that one time that I didn't have it, it's not to show them that, yo, I can have money and I'm going to style on you back. But it's to basically say that I respected you, that you caught me in that time of need, that I'm reciprocating that same love at all times. Yo, bless Henry. Ish, you know what I'm saying? But manifest that energy within people when you go out. And if you have an image to uphold and you can't manage it, you need to go back home and balance your books, balance your worth and your knowledge. Because just like women out here putting out this image that they are high quality, make them prove it before they come around people. At the end of the day, that's a people-to-people understanding. You can respect a chick that say, yo, I get niggas to spoil me rotten. When I go out, sometimes my pockets be dry as hell. I need to work on a way to keep my consistency up. So as my public appearance seems, I want it to stay that way. I want it to stay at a high level, that when niggas do approach me, knowing that I do have broke days, I don't need them for that same sense. But I need to manifest the energy that keeps on giving. Meaning, when I'm around my friend, my homegirl, she reciprocates that same energy. I reciprocate to her. Some days it's going to be an off day for her where I got to hold down things with the bill. She's not staying home because I love her. I'm reciprocating that energy. Just because you ain't got the pockets, we can work on the consistency of your pockets getting back to where they need to be later. But today, I'm telling you, I'm holding it down, because the same way when my moment happens, you got me. Manifest that energy. You're going to go out with people, manifest the energy of understanding. It's not about you looking weak or whatever. People have yet to go back to that traditional way of dealing with people, which is creating a line of understanding that, yo, some days I'm up, some days I'm down. But at the end of the day, I got to clean that up, because as a grown-up, we can't be over here trying to find ourselves and we having money days that are bad. That means we didn't balance our book this month. We did something we weren't supposed to do. We spent money in an area that didn't need attention yet. We need to start, if my friend has more consistency, let that person help you. If you don't demand your friends to make you greater, find a new circle. That's it for this live, people. Any questions, you can inbox me. I'm always answering my phone. I'm always answering messages. This is why people actually rely on me, is because my consistency is always real. And when I can't do anything for you, I'm always real with that. I can't do nothing for you. Over and out, people. Respect and love.